Hey, hey. Hi, fellow old farts. Wonderful day today. A lot of exciting things going on today. I, you know, Hang on. Let's turn this guy off. It's February 14th. And I know for a lot of people, that date means absolutely nothing. But today, I want to start the show off by honoring some of our history here. Um, First off, today was my father-in-law's birthday. God, I have no idea. He 20 years. He would have been like 105 years old today, I think. But Stanley Mack, the old head rascal, today was Stanley's birthday, or is Stanley's birthday. And Stanley adopted me as soon as I met Audrey. Me and Stanley became friends, and we stayed friends right up to that last day. That I had to say goodbye to Stanley. But I want to thank Stanley for being my friend and really being my daddy-o. It was just wonderful to have him in my life. And today I also, I got a notice this morning. One of the kind of problems running a group called Old Farts is that occasionally we lose an old fart. And I believe it was yesterday that we did lose one of our members. I've heard just over the last few hours ago from Donnie Pemberton and Mike Pemberton. Those are two brothers that are members of Old Farts with Drones. That their uncle, who got them involved with drones, Uncle Seth here passed away here, and here's Seth. Seth Warren. And Seth, we wish you a good journey on your next trip around the world here in the universe. Here's Seth on his looks like that's a John Deere tractor, Seth, and I think that's that's the way I would like to go out there. But Seth, thank you for being a. Let me see if I can make him a little bit bigger. That's the biggest I can get. Well, thank you, Seth, for being I understand he really enjoyed being a part of Old Farts with Drones. And so I'm thrilled. So thank you, guys. So today I have no plan, okay? And I have, I've got a few things set up to show online. Hey, Schmaus, my brother-in-law Schmaus is in the Andrew Mack is in the audience there, and I hope you heard my tribute to Stanley today on May 14th. I don't know if you were on already when I said today is a special day in my life, and it will always be. May 14th will be a very, very special day. All right. So today I'm going to put the link to join me on StreamYard here. So if you're sitting at a computer or even on your phone and you have the ability to talk online here, here I'm putting in the chat right now. Okay. So here is the link to this, and I'm going to ask everybody to hold on for 1 second, okay? Hi, dear. We're on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're doing a little tribute to Stanley today, okay?
Oh,
Yep.
thank you.
Yay. Okay. Yep. Schmaus is in the audience, and he just posted good health and happy times. That was always
The appropriate thing.
yep.
So,
Good health and happy times.
yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah, nothing's broken. It's just going to take a while to heal.
Okay.
So okay, so.
Oh, good. All right. Thanks, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sorry. All right. So she fell. My wife fell over at the dog park and really bruised up, scraped and bruised up a knee, and it was a knee that was replaced. So she had to go to the orthopedic surgeon's office today to make sure all of the parts, all the titanium parts in her knee were still situated correctly there. So and that was the phone call that she was letting me know everything was okay there. We were worried that if the replaced knee would have got jarred from the fall, they may have to go back in there and refix it. But she said everything was okay. So all good. So good. I got a few friends in here, but I've got quite a few things to show everyone today. And let's see who's there. Joe's here. Yes, USA Drone Flyer. Captain Joe America. Hi, Joe. Skybound Media. Yep. Hi there. How are you? Corey, everybody good? And Andrew's here. Anybody else is out there? Please put something in the chat so that we know that you're there, and we're happy to get you in here. And anybody wants to join, there's a link right there in the chat to join me here on StreamYard. So please don't hesitate, and I'm gonna keep doing that for a while. But anyway, why don't I put that up as a banner? It's so hard to copy though, but I'll do it anyway. Create a banner, put that in there, and I'll put a little message here. Join the show. And there's the, why don't we do a scroll across the bottom and add the banner. There we go. So if you want to join the show, there's the link. You can copy that out or however you want to do that. There's the link to today's show is now scrolling across the bottom. So I got a few more things to show. Let's take a picture here. Okay, hold on. I see some people are joining in here. Good. All right. Let's take a look at I want to show everyone a picture here that we got here to show. And how's this shot right here? All right. This is in Antigua, and this was it's an area called Stingray City, and actually in that water that you see in that area of the picture here, there is tons and tons of stingrays, and you can actually get on a boat here and go out and film be around all the stingrays. But our tour guide in Antigua was Daddy Sweet. It says Daddy Sweet and Santa Claus. Well, you guys know who Santa Claus is there. And so we're having a good time there. Hang out, Corey. Okay, hang out, Schmaus. I'll get you in. Joe, I see you're in the back room. We'll get you in here in just a minute. But I do want to show everybody this video first. Okay, just hang loose there, and I'll bring you guys all in just a moment here. Here we go. Let's show this video right now, and then I've got another video that I want to show later in the show here. But let's see what we can do here. Let's see. Can I stop that screen? Okay. And then I have to hit this button and add another and share the screen. And we're going for DJI Stingray. Here we are. And we're going to share this one. Okay. And add that to the stage. We're going to make this full frame here. And I just want everybody to enjoy this for a minute, and then we'll move on here and get talking here to everybody that's out there. This is from our friend Marcus Crawford, who's in Disneyland today.
Perfecto. Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel here. Hey, we are on St. John's, not St. John, St. John's, Antigua. And we've found a spot here to pull over and fly a drone. And this is called Stingray City. So we're gonna launch the DJI Air 3S. We're gonna just fly out here and take a look. This won't be a long video, but you're gonna see some pretty cool stuff. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, I've got a screen recorder started so you guys can see what I'm doing. I had to move to a different
This
location.
was one of the greatest spots.
Taking off, and so I was being very careful there. Let's take a quick look at the safety menu. Maybe. There it is. We're in bypass mode, normal, optimal. Return to home height. Yeah, we've got that set high. That's fine. I want to give it plenty of chances. I don't know the territory here. So nothing to do but take off. We're shooting in 60 frames per second. I am hitting takeoff now.
Hey, Las Vegas homeowner. Did you know that if your
we don't
solar
want
panels
this
were
commercial
installed
here.
between January of 2012 and December of 2024,
Okay, I'm going to go straight up.
You see all the power lines are right behind us.
Because there's a bunch of people flying out there. And I'm going to see if I can fly in a different direction. Okie dokie. I'm on a spot here where I can fly safely.
This is from our drone cruise.
Bearings here. And I'm going to bring the, you can see what I wanted to show you, but so I'm being a little bit unfair, but I'm going to bring the drone out in front of us here. We got a big group of people, so it's kind of hard to take off in a confined spot when you got a bunch of people. So
Marcus walked over
in
there.
any case, here we go. Let's go ahead and take off. Reverse and up now. Reverse and up.
You'll see the rest of us standing over there.
So there you see that where we're at here, just in a little roadside thing. And on the other side there's a patio that's perfect for launching. But this being a drone cruise, we had a lot of drones taken off. So I took off in the street and moved over to this other side.
Yay.
So you're looking at St. John's here, and not St. John, St. John's. This is a part of the British Commonwealth. And
hi, Joe. I brought you in.
We had a guide that been telling us
hey, Corey,
about the island, and
hey,
used to do a lot here, but then sugar beets kind of took over. So the only sugar canes here. I'm going to spin the other way. You're going to have to see me get a little bit of a quick turn here, because I see a boat down there coming in.
And this beautiful spot to fly here.
That is crazy looking.
So this is Stingray City. So people come here to swim with the stingrays. You can see these docks and so forth. Yeah, let's just take a look at this guy right here.
Yeah, this is a great spot.
That's cool.
And we probably took off. We probably had 8 drones in the air at once
see
here.
If we could do a little loop around him here. We could probably track him too, couldn't we? But I have to stop recording to do that. So
this is only another minute long, so
look at that.
You get a good feel for what we were doing.
Got some good looks. I don't know if that's just a tour boat or if they went out to swim with the stingrays, but yeah, pretty cool. So let's move on out here and move up and take a look around. Now, I wish I could tell you what these other minor islands are out here. I can't, but at least you'll get a look at them. So, yeah. So we're in the Caribbean. We're on a 10-day Virgin cruise, and we're stopping at, I don't know, 8 or 9 different islands. And my intention is to fly at every one of them. The only one we can't fly out is Barbados. Barbados is they just don't. You have to get a lot of special permissions to fly, and it's really difficult. They really just don't like drones. So we're not going to fly there, but we're going to fly at every. And most of these islands are very, very drone friendly. Very drone friendly. You find a taxi, and he'll take you to a place to fly.
I'm going to move this up a little bit here.
Trying to fly and look at what's going on around me at the same time and think about what to say. So I get a little flustered from time to time. But okay, we're on our way back. And right here to the side of me is some of those boats.
A little beach.
I'm going to go back into normal mode. And let's drop the camera down as we go.
Stingray City.
Introducing the all-wheel drive S from Pedal Electric. Today.
And yeah, you can see the dock here. So I didn't see that before. So that's clearly where they're at. Okay, we're going to head right on back. So not exactly to the home.
We're on top of that house with the red roof.
Middle of the,
there was like a patio there,
right
and
in the middle of the,
there was nobody there. So our driver knew about this house and
let me get my
took us right there to
hang on here
to fly from that red house in the right there, right off the road there.
Walk and think at the same time.
He was so observant of finding us.
That's Bob Dempsey laughing. What's so funny, Bob? Okay, you can see the patio we're on right down there. We're gonna bring this baby right down. See if I can back it up here. I'm gonna put it in cine mode so we can move slow. And we're gonna bring this baby.
Now we got down. Marcus on the screen there.
Maybe. So here we go.
And this is the tail end here.
Yep, coming right down. Yep, coming in hot. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not hitting anybody. Everybody heads up, please. Okie dokie. So that's about it. You got to see Stingray City on St. John's, and we went way out there to one of the other islands and came back. So this is just a short video, but Crump Island. I know the name of the island now. Thank you. Anyway, that's about it. This is Marcus with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate that you took the time to watch this video today, and we will see you on the next one. Bye now. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, hold it. We're gonna spin around. We're gonna, yeah. We're gonna get you in there. We're gonna get you in the the best tour guide. Hang on, let me get it pointed at you. Hang on, I gotta pick up the camera. Best tour guide ever. Name your
Daddy Sweet.
Daddy Sweet.
Daddy Sweet. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Ask for Daddy Sweets.
He was the best
Okay, we're
guy.
coming down.
All right. Well, thank you. Hi, Joe.
Hey, how you? Look like y'all having too much fun out there.
Oh, we had a blast. That's for sure. It was truly a special time. How are you? What's going on with you today?
Well, I'm just sitting here fighting with DJI.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I had an incident with my Mavic 3 Pro about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
I was landing it behind the car on my 205th time, and it was going down at like 0.5 miles an hour, taking its little sweet time like it always does. And
Yeah.
I heard it beeping. It was beeping, obstacle avoidance in cine mode, and I heard acceleration. I looked up, and it was coming directly at me at 2.2 miles an hour, and
Oh,
I
my.
barely blocked it. I barely blocked it with my arm.
Oh my, you got hit.
Oh yeah, I
Wow.
got hit.
Wow.
So,
And what do you think caused that?
well, we don't know what caused it, but we know the obstacle avoidance failed completely.
Uh-huh.
And they're telling me that they said you're gonna have to take some responsibility because the drone was doing how they put it. They said it was doing a roll that I hit a roll on. It had a roll going. Yeah, when I was landing, I was actually moving it over a little. And they said I didn't give it enough time to brake. I said, how long does it take to brake? How long does it need to brake at 0.5 miles an hour?
Wow,
said,
you would think nothing.
Yeah, I said, I've landed that thing 205 times, and I've never had it shoot and lunge towards me. I said, the bottom line is your drone failed in obstacle avoidance.
Huh.
So now we're at the next step.
Okay. Well, I have to tell you, in all my dealings I've had with DJI, if you're polite and persistent, they always take your side. That's what I've found.
I'm being very persistent and polite.
That's maybe as soon as with DJI, and I don't know if this is a Chinese culture or what it is, but as soon as you get a little bit belligerent, as soon as you're not polite, they stop everything. Is what I found. So I mean that's just been my MO is that you want to you want to be polite, and that's what's happening there. How about you, Corey? What's going on?
Not much. Just enjoying the morning today, and good day to go fly, but a little still too windy to be outside.
Is it? I was out early this morning, and I was out at like about 7. I was out walking. Corey is also from Las Vegas here, Joe. So I introduce you guys. Corey is a phenomenal drone pilot here, and has been a strong participant in everything here in Las Vegas, and he's put the Avata 2 goggles, controller, and everything into his daughter's hand and and how old is she?
She is 9. Yeah, just
9.
learning how to fly the Avata 2.
And we all watched her fly. Well, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name.
Mackenzie. Yeah, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. We all watched Mackenzie at 9 years old flying the Avata. She did great.
It was a blast. Yeah, seeing her fly, her brother, who's 7 years old, is starting to get into it. It was different from flying the Mini 3 Pro to put on those goggles. It's a whole nother experience for them, and she was hooked. She was more hooked on the Avata than it was flying the Mini.
Yeah.
And her other most favorite drone to fly or have fly with her is the Neo. She just loves the Neo. She'll hop on her bike and ride around the neighborhood and have the Neo chase her.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. Good, good. So, Joe, besides your cat, what's been going on? Oh, I hear the dog.
Hold on a second.
Okay. I
So,
hear
Bob,
some doggies.
how was that trip over to Pilot Institute?
Oh, it was really interesting. I don't know if everybody got to see our photos from there, but we got to I have to sound like I'm being paid to advertise for them, but I got to tell you, they are the most wonderful people to hang out with. We truly had just a wonderful time. We got there, about 10 o'clock in the morning, and there was, I think it was 6 of us that all got there, and they literally rolled out the red carpet, and they've been now in this new building for about a month, and it's probably maybe 80% finished, this new building that they have. But it's a massive, wonderful facility, and it's right in downtown Prescott, Arizona. You got to say it the right way, if you call it Prescott, they know you're a foreigner. It's Prescott, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful time, and and I was a little I didn't know exactly what to do, because we showed up with 2 doggies, and they were like, absolutely no problem, and so they had no problem. So the dogs came in and took them off the leash, and they were running all over the place, and found a couch, and they just settled in, and they have a workspace for their people, where it's like looks like a living room. They can bring their laptop and work, kind of thing. And it was just wonderful, and the dogs were just cuddling up with everybody there. So and we got to see, they have a room with drones, and it's an interesting spot where they have one of every DJI drone that's existed so far, including from a Phantom 1 to a Phantom 2, Phantom 3, Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Pros, version 2. They have all in the Mini 1, the Mini 2, the Mini 3, the Mini 4, the Air 1, Air 2, Air 3, Air 4, all the way through, all the one of every single drone. And they got the drone sitting out and all the controllers. And so, they have physical inventory of whatever drone you might have, all the Autels, all the DJIs, they have everything there. It was really interesting, and seeing all their studio setups. They now have, I think they have 4 separate broadcast studios in this building now, one of which is a total green screen, with the curved wall down to the floor. So it's like an infinity kind of thing. So it is very interesting to see this setup. They really have gone full out on this setup. So it was really great. Hi, Ray Kelly. Hi, I'm seeing some friends in the chat here that I haven't seen before. Let's see here. One Vision Aerial. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. All good. Phil Koshat. Yes. Phil, we're glad to see you. Warren is there. Dave Cullen from the UK is here. Dave, we'd love to get you on anytime. If you see the stream is the link to the stream is flowing down there. Ray Kelly is there. John Flynn, my Irish brother. We're Irish twins, as you can probably tell if you've seen us standing next to each other. And let's see, who else is here? Lance. Lance, it must be lunchtime at the school. Lance is a high school photography teacher, and this is usually his lunchtime where he's able to jump in here. And and then Ray Kelly is saying hi to everybody here. Hi, Captain Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Ray, we are, we're still talking about the South Florida drone meetup. This was the wind meetup here. I think this was the fewest drones in the air ever for a South Florida drone meetup. Is that right there, Mr. Captain Ray Kelly? Hey.
I get what's going on.
I hear you.
That down?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Is my hair okay? It was messy.
Yeah, your beard is looking a little ragged, though.
Yeah, he's starting to look like Serpico every day.
I'll have some great in mind from this.
Ray, was I correct? Was that the fewest drones flying at a South Florida drone meetup?
Well, we didn't do it the first year. Is that what you mean? The most drones in
Well,
the sky?
the wind was going 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, and it was that way the first year. The first year, there were very few drones in the air. But then, people got brave this time around because there were a lot of Air 3S's and Mavic 3s going up.
Sure.
And, I sent up my Mavic 3 myself.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I had a good time. I thought it was the best South Florida drone meetup yet.
Oh, it was. It was so much fun. I had my Neo. I brought my M3 goggles. I brought the motion controller. I brought the Neo. I had bumper guards on the Neo, and it was all ready to go. And I never took it out of the case.
Yeah. Well, you were all drawn down from flying on the cruise, all those islands.
Yeah. We had quite a time. I got to earlier in the show. I showed Marcus's video from Antigua.
Yeah,
and,
I watched that earlier today. That was great.
Yeah, it was a really fun spot there. He was really he was pretty adamant that just about every place we went, he flew a drone.
Yeah.
So
you guys looked like you had a great time flying it.
Oh, it totally was. Well, great. So, you have dates for the 6th meetup?
April 10th to the 13th, 2020.
Now that's moving it back a week from.
Yes, because Easter is the week before. Easter
weekend.
Okay.
So that was Easter weekend is that week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. So, we've moved up by one day the Vegas drone meetup.
Yeah.
We're now November 7, 8, and 9. Corey is going to be helping us with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it this year again, man. That first year was phenomenal. The event was great sponsors, great people all around, especially new pilots showed up. It was just an exhilarating experience.
I'm sure. You know, we copied you, Ray.
Yeah, well, I think
We just
you did excellent for your first drone meetup out there. I mean, you brought in some big time sponsors. Yeah, I've been trying to get DJI for 5 years and I can't get them.
You have to be
someday
Santa.
I will share my secret to how that happened. Okay.
Yeah.
But the secret is Audrey. Okay.
Yeah.
I you know, plain and simple, the secret is Audrey. So I will explain that to you at another time, okay?
Hey,
But
Bob.
we've been talking to our contacts at DJI about the South Florida drone meetup, and they do know about you, okay?
Actually, you know what I did, Bob? Just to let you know, not to bore you.
Yeah.
But I went out and got the Neo.
Nice.
And actually, I wanted to talk to this dealer. It was a camera shop about sponsoring our South Florida drone meetup.
Yeah.
And he is very, very interested, but he says, I'm going to try to get DJI to sponsor it. I says, oh, okay, whatever you feel is best, you know. So he you know, they give you the old, send me an email. Well, he had an email 4 hours later. He had an email.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens with that.
Good, good. I just brought into the conversation, that's my brother-in-law. That's Andrew, the Schmaus, okay? That was his name.
Afternoon, y'all, from beautiful Paris, Texas.
Yes, he's in Paris, Texas. And that's Audrey's brother right there. So just did you hear that, Andrew?
I'm still in the drone training stages of preliminary. I don't have a unit that I own yet at this point in time, but I'll be there by the Las Vegas meetup.
Yep, he's flown my drone. I put an Air 3S, or no, what was it? No, it was a Mini 3 Pro. I put that in his hand out in a rural area outside of Las Vegas, and he flew it pretty well.
Good.
Yep.
And I've also been a regular guest on the show, just as a silent observer, participant. Love what you guys are doing. Totally support Bobby. He's just been a wizard with this whole thing. And my main point about the secret weapon, which is Audrey, my sister, it's also appropriate that on the anniversary of my father, Stanley Mack, the old head rascals, anniversary is his birthday, that we'd had a little earlier cheer to, that Audrey has apparently got a couple of screws loose from her parking.
Audrey fell onto one of her her knee replacements. And I mean, she opened up the skin and it's all black and blue. She tripped over a dog at a dog park. So she's at the orthopedic surgeon's office. She just called me from there and she's all okay. They wanted to, obviously when that happens, they want to take a look and see if all the screws and parts and everything are back in place or in the right place there. So everything was good. Everything was okay. So yeah,
So
all good, all good.
We have to pray for her, or no? She don't need the prayers anymore.
No, no. She's banged up. I mean, she's going to be sore for a couple of weeks, but yeah, you know, that's the case there. And then anyway, what else? What else is going on here, Joe? Any news besides your fight with DJI?
No, just went flying with Johnny, but that was about it.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
fighting with DJI, Joe?
Well, they came back and they said that the reason that the drone lunged towards me was because I didn't give it time enough to brake as it was landing, and
really?
that I did a roll on it, and they said at 0.5 miles an hour, and I said, well, how long does it take to brake at 0.5 miles an hour? You know, I said because it was braking. It was actually, you know how the drones, when they come up to you and you tell it to land, how it pauses and then it starts going down? It paused. So it broke. It paused. And as it started to take down, it just shot right at me. I told him,
that's what I don't understand. Why it came at you instead of away from you if there was obstacles.
Right. And wouldn't that be in the flight records?
Oh, it's in the flight records. I got it.
You got the flight records.
I've got the flight records.
Yeah, I would think that shouldn't be much of an argument there.
Yeah, it shows 0.5 miles an hour to 2.2 miles an hour in a half a second. And they told me, it specifically said, you had it had a half a second when I did that roll when it impacted. And I said, and I had a half a second to get my arm up to block it from hitting me in the face. I said, in city mode with
I'm surprised. I guess I lost the bet. I figured for sure they were going to send you a new drone.
Well, they offered to give me a new drone.
They are going to send you a new drone.
Well, I told them, I said, that's a start. That's how I told them. I said, even if you would have told me you would give me an upgrade, it would have been a better feeling. If you'd have given me from a Mavic to a Mavic 3 Pro, it'd be a better feeling.
Yeah.
I said, that's a good start. I said, but you know as well as I know, it all comes down to one thing: obstacle avoidance failed.
Right. Well, so
that's where I've left it right there. I said, and I appreciate.
Well, I wouldn't continue arguing until you get that drone in your hands.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I think because of the fact, I said we need to talk more because of the injury. It could have been worse. If I would not have heard the prop change, if I wouldn't have known what a prop change sounds like when it starts to pick up speed, it would have hit me in the face.
Yeah, because you knew to duck, to get out of the way fast enough.
Well, I didn't even have time to duck. I didn't.
They might need a letter. They might need a letter from your attorney.
Well, I told him, I said, I think we could negotiate this. I said, I don't want to go any further than this. You know? So if it came down to it, I've got.
How about a personal reference? Reference from either Daisy or Daffy Duck on that duck. You might just get by with.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Bob could also call Frank Wang for you.
Yes. Yeah. Me and Frank, tight now, kind of thing. No, but hey, listen, while I got we only have a few people in the audience here, but I know I get usually about 150 people watch this show afterwards. I'm looking, I hate to do this, but I want to buy a lightly used Mini 4 Pro with the RC2. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if anybody out there is sitting on one and it's sitting on the shelf for a long time, give me a call.
I just saw my Mini 3 Pro last night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what's going to happen is if I can get a decent deal on a Mini 4 Pro, I'm going to move the Mini 3 Pro down to Audrey, and we're going to have to cover it with flowers, and because her Mini 2 crashed 2 weeks ago. Yep, Corey was there.
Yeah, yep. It was a good recovery from those two young girls.
What happened with the crash, Bob? What happened?
What she truly was flying at. She was lost kind of thing. And she was flying it sideways, and it went right into a mountain and dropped into a crevice in the mountain.
Oh, wow.
And we had a lot of pro people standing around. This was at our drone safety day event. that Audrey crashed her drone. And Isaiah's wife now, Callie, and 2 other women climbed the mountain and retrieved the drone. I was wigged out. You know, we knew where it was. We had gotten back contact with the drone. The controller and the drone started communicating, but the drone was sideways and in a crevice.
Right.
We could see that from the drone. You know, the camera
was still working.
Camera was still working, and the GPS was still working. We were able to pinpoint the GPS coordinates, and it keeps escaping me, but there's a program on both on an Android phone and I think it's on an Apple phone, where you can put in a GPS coordinate, a digital GPS coordinate, longitude and latitude, and it will guide you directly to that pinpoint. And so they did that, and they followed this phone, kept telling them
to find my drone, right? To find my drone.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Find My Drone gave us the coordinates, but this other program, and damn if I can remember the name of that program, but they were able to put the coordinates into this program, and then it guided them to that spot. And they climbed up the mountain and got to that crevice where her drone was, and Callie picked it up and put it over her head. And I mean, we were all watching them, and it was, you know, so the drone is sitting here. It's about a few feet away from me here. It broke an arm.
Can I ask a question, just a technical clarification question?
Sure.
Okay, on all the reports and the discussions and all of this, where the drone crashed into the crevice, was the popular opinion of the pronunciation crevice or crevasse?
I don't know.
So, Bob, you got a video of all of this? Are we going to see a video about this crash and recovery?
We got photos of the recovery. I got a photo from the drone in the crevice or in the crevasse, whatever it was. And but I didn't get video. You know, everybody was pretty, and it was, you know, we had actually the guy whose phone that did the tracking. He is I think he's some sort of young officer in the Air Force here at Nellis Air Force Base.
John.
And he doesn't make this real public, but it's not top secret. What he does for the Air Force is top secret. But I can say this. He flies FPV for the United States Air Force.
Oh, really?
That's his job. And I did not know that was the case, but that's what he does. He also is a volunteer now for the Red Rock Search and Rescue.
Yeah.
So, but he was the one that pinpointed the spot.
Was all your drone insured or refreshed?
No, this is a Mini 2. Yeah. And we did have Care Refresh on it, but it's long since expired, and we did not renew it. So
now, have you gotten hold with DJI?
So what is a good new Mini 4 Pro or even a slightly used? What does that run roughly?
Well, it's about $1,000 new, but you know, I'm certainly looking.
You can replace that with a Mini 4K, $299.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But then she wants to go move up to the Mini 3 Pro, you know, so she has obstacle avoidance on it, you know, and so that's where, you know, that's our current thought process at the moment here.
I mean,
But
the rumor on the street is DJI is going to be releasing that Mini 5 Pro in September.
I heard, I know, I hear that, yes. Yes, but we did communicate with DJI, and their first response was, can you wait for 30 to 45 days and recontact us? Because currently with tariffs and other situations, we're having a hard time getting parts. That
you're going to try to have them fix it. Okay.
That was DJI's response, which, you know, I thought they never really fix anything. They always just give you a refurbished or a new.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and at least that's been
Ohio drone repair too, Bob. I don't know what.
Oh yeah. 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 We may, but we'll see what happens here.
$299. I mean, I'm so happy with my Mini 4K. That's why I sold the Mini 3 Pro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a great little drone. It you know, when you just want to put something up and go, you know. Yes. Audrey is now in the chat there. Okay.
Hey Audrey,
so,
what are you doing?
Hey Audrey.
Hey Audrey.
I'm glad your injury wasn't that serious.
Yes. 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 Good. 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 So okay. So listen, I got another video here. Actually, I got a video from the UK at the moment. If you guys don't mind, we take a little break here from our conversation, and we open up this video. This is from Cullen, who is Dave Cullen is in the UK, and he's been a phenomenal pilot. And you know, I've had a number of conversations with him in the past and everything else. So let's take a break and watch a video here, and then we'll come back and see what other trouble we can all get into here. All right, let's see where I'm at. Turkey. This is in Turkey. Okay, Dave Cullen is flying in Turkey. So let's add this to our stage, and let's make this thing full size here.
Joe, I sent you a Facebook message, Joe, earlier today.
Okay. Turn it down a little. All right, Dave. Oh, thanks. Look at this.
That looks like Florida.
Yeah, it does, kind of, doesn't it? Looks like condos, right?
That's not the UK, though, right?
No, this is Turkey. He said.
Oh, that's Turkey.
This is in Turkey. We have been in Turkey. I've been to Istanbul 3 times. Wow. Beautiful night stuff there, huh? It must be a resort of some sort. Beautiful. You know, every time we've been to Turkey, I have to tell you, let me turn the volume down a little bit here. Every time we've been to Turkey, you know, my first time, I said, Audrey, are you crazy? I said, didn't you see Midnight Express? You know, I was like, we're going to Turkey, you know, and she says, Bob, she says, we're not smuggling drugs here. So I was like, well, I was just a little apprehensive, but I have to tell you, the we had just a wonderful time. The people were so wonderful and nice and wanted to, you know, wanted to learn all about you and hear where you're from. And they just kind of went out of their way to make our time in Turkey just wonderful. And like I said, we've been back 2 more times since then. And every time it was exactly the same. It really, I have to recommend Turkey. So if you've got a chance to visit Turkey, I would do it. It is beautiful and great history everywhere. You know, the center of civilization, Constantinople. Which is now Istanbul. You know, it's the in between.
Uh-oh.
You know,
gotta stop talking about Stevie Bronx. He's in the chat.
Oh, good. Don't talk about Stevie Bronx.
Hey,
Stevie is my friend. We, where's my Life Connection shirt? I've always have that nearby. Yes, Stevie and I have gotten to know each other a little bit here, and we were kind of expecting him to show up in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
him
to show up in Florida, and he didn't show up this year.
You know, he's always kind of that mystery man that you never know if he's showing up or not showing up. But
the year before he had bought a special shirt to come to the South Florida Drone meetup. Did you see how good looking he was dressed that year?
Oh yeah, yes.
It was like
man.
One of the top fashion guys' shirts, the white with the blue, Florida. I don't know if they were palm trees or what. What were they, Steve? I got the same shirt though.
Yeah. All good. Well, good. Well, we're coming up on the top of the hour here, folks. That was my 6th visit. Dave Cullen is saying here is his 6th visit to that place in 5 years. So obviously that's a resort that he
Versace,
likes.
Yeah, we got matching Versace church.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey Bobby, can I just throw in 2 quick plugs here for this Minnesota-based guy here. Even though I'm living in Paris, Texas, I'm from Minnesota. We have Willie Nelson and Farm Aid coming this year to the big Minnesota.
Oh,
yeah, that's coming up this summer. No, it's a separate event from the state fair, but it just got announced here like today, and there's just the usual wide cast of characters. It'd be fabulous. And so, yeah, some sort of just FYI about that. But it's never been in Minnesota before. That's why it's a big deal. And then the other thing is in July, I'll be back up annually with my brother, Craig, Audrey, and my brother, Craig, he's in the middle. And anyway, we're going to be at the Spring Valley Nationals. It's the top motocross racetrack in the United States. And we are really looking forward to down there, and we go do the races and everything. And there's a highly restricted drone area, but has some incredible southeast Minnesota sites and cliffs and valleys and state parks and all kinds of cool stuff mixed in with a bunch of
beautiful
riding motorcycles up and down hills, and flying 20 to 50 feet in the air.
All right. Hey, thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Yes, if you haven't been to Minnesota,
Andrew,
I
are you by Hampton? By Hampton, by chance?
No, further southeast, Millville. It's called Millville Spring Nationals, and it's a sanctioned event for motocross, and yeah, it's their favorite course in the whole United States is this one, southeast Minnesota, closer to Winona.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Right on.
Okay. Yes, yes. So I got to Audrey and I not this past year, but year before that, when we were in South Florida, we got to go to the Versace mansion on South Beach there and have dinner there. That's oh, is that spectacular? Okay. Yeah, speaking of Versace there.
Yeah. I would like to do that one time. So it's an
worth
actual
it.
restaurant? Really?
Yes.
Alex only takes special people there, though, right?
No, it's beautiful. It's really it's like a once in a lifetime kind of experience there. That's for sure. You know, I wouldn't want to eat there often. It was about $300 for the two of us. So you know, but it was special. It was definitely a special place. Cool. Joe, you got anything you want to sign off here with?
Hey, it's just when you fly any DJI drones, remember it's still electronics and they have a mind of their own sometimes.
I totally believe you. I totally agree. All right. Corey, anything you want to close out with here?
Yeah, you guys, if you haven't been to the Las Vegas drone meetup from last year, definitely make it out to the second annual one. It's going to be a blast this year. Looking forward to everything Bob and Tom are putting together along with all the other sponsors, especially for Ray Kelly for putting on the drone or Florida drone meetup, man. You set the bar, and this is, it's a great thing that we're sharing these experiences amongst each other.
Yep. Is that Laughlin behind you?
Yeah. Just recently, I went out to Laughlin and did a video on my YouTube channel, Skybound Media LV. Went out and shot Laughlin. It was beautiful out there. It's about 100-foot AGL is what you're able to fly out there. It's just beautiful, man. That Colorado River is just something gorgeous.
That's the Colorado River. If anybody, and that's Laughlin, Nevada. And it's right on the border. On the other side of the river is Bullhead City, Arizona. And on that side of the river is Laughlin, Nevada. So it's a wonderful, wonderful little community there. We love being there. All right. Thanks, Corey. Thank you.
Hey,
and Ray.
hey, Bobby, before you're done, can I throw in one last program idea for a future program?
Go. All right, Andrew, go for it.
Some of the practical sides of drone technology emerging, carrying of packages, the whole that side of the I don't really know if our old farts with drones groups got a limitation on topics or if it's just more photography.
No.
We'd be interested
we talk
more
about whatever floats through our mind,
Anyway, yeah. So I've been talking to a guy and explain a little more. I'd be interested to learn more what the emerging laws and so forth and restrictions are.
Cool. All right. Good idea. All right. Thank you, Andrew. And Captain Ray.
Hey, Bob. Yeah. No. Thanks for the little invite. I know you put it in the chat. I was sorry I was late, but I was busy.
No.
I just, I appreciate you doing your live stream every Wednesday. I look forward to it, actually. And I'm very appreciative you come to the South Florida Drone Meetup. I am definitely going to try to get out there to Vegas.
Okay. I know it's your anniversary time. So this might be a wonderful place to celebrate your anniversary.
I know. Believe me. But anyway, keep on have getting out there and fly for fun, as Johnny and I say, but most importantly, fly safely.
All right. Thanks, Ray. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as Ray always talks about, get kids involved with drones instead of drugs. And I have to tell you, we recently here in Las Vegas, a few of us are participating in the Henderson Park District seminars they're holding for children. Me and Tom Dowling and Vaughn Heyer and Isaiah, we all met with two groups of 7 to 10-year-olds and gave them a seminar on drones that was a huge success. I actually fired up a Neo and walked through the audience with the Neo following me, and these kids were on fire. And we are really also with your same, saying there, Captain Ray, is get them hooked on drones, not drugs, and we really want the kids to understand that technologies are something they need to enjoy and make a living at instead of be afraid of,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Bob, I just stuck in the chat a link from Pilot Institute. It has all the drone laws for the United States. You can share that later.
Great. Okay. Let anybody wants to jump in on that, please take a look. If you're at all curious, take a look. Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate you doing that. That's wonderful. All right, guys.
Just a little tip too, Bob. This is this is my cup, obviously. But when you can't afford to have it printed, you could always just put your sticker on the back of it.
Don't put anything. Don't put that in the microwave. You may cook that label right off.
Also, don't forget not to eat that yellow snow.
No. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you all for, joining me and making this a wonderful show. And we sure enjoy everyone coming out here and jumping on and watching. We appreciate it. And thank you all. We'll see you next week. Next week is going to be special. Next week is May 21st, and it's a special day for me and Audrey. And next week, Frank from New York, who just got a Mavic 4 Pro.
Oh, Frank got it? Frank Lugo?
Yep. He's going to be my guest next week. And he's going to, by that time, he says he's going to have some time to try it out. And so we're going to have a show where we're actually going to see some footage and talk to someone who got it yesterday.
Nice.
Okay?
Jealous. Very jealous.
Me too. All right, guys. Thank you all. We'll talk to you all soon.
Have a good one,
Bye-bye.
everybody.